So anxiety is a very complex physiologic phenomenon that's happening inside your body. The big thing to think about is you've probably experienced at any time of high stress that fight or flight feeling, a reaction to maybe something coming at you suddenly, a loud noise, or some kind of threat or perceived threat in front of you. Anxiety is basically that, but it's present all the time at a high level that causes issues. So there's this persistent state of heightened anxiety or heightened worry, or a state of almost like uncontrollable fear. And people that struggle with anxiety disorders, they are constantly in that fight or flight stage, no matter what the external stressors are in the moment. And that causes a lot of stress on their bodies over time. As you're dumping a lot of these stress hormones into your bloodstream, it causes a lot of long-term issues and symptoms that can persist for years and actually can age you prematurely. Some of the kind of short-term problems that arise are issues with sleep, include falling asleep, staying asleep, a lot of muscle tension, especially in the back or upper shoulder area, issues with focusing or feeling just overly fatigued day to day. Those are a lot of the key symptoms that people with anxiety disorders will often have or experience. And there's a lot of different kinds of anxiety disorders. There's generalized anxiety disorder, which is a more generalized kind of form of worry that is kind of dispersed to many of the common stressors in our lives, which include financial stress, personal stress, relational stress, occupational stress, or even educational stress if you're younger in school. And when someone struggles a lot with those symptoms, we often diagnose them with generalized anxiety disorder. In some of the more severe situations, anxiety can get to the point where people kick off what are called panic attacks. Panic attacks are sudden, intense, and dysphoric, out of the blue, extreme feelings of anxiety to the point that you may even feel like you're dying. You can have rapidly increased heart rate, may even feel like your heart is going to stop beating because it's beating so fast. You may have shortness of breath or feel like you're choking. A lot of times this can overwhelm your system, and a lot of people that have panic attacks end up in ERs literally thinking there's an emergency or something seriously wrong with them. Come to find out after the fact that they've had a panic attack and they need to seek psychiatric help often. The good news is there's great treatments to deal with these conditions, which include severe anxiety and even panic attacks. It's important though to get seen and talk about options with your healthcare provider. That way you can get to a state where it's not, so detrimental to your life, and you can now function at a much higher level, both personally and professionally.